Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. You have to reach millions. I am your host. It's the rapper, baby. Hey, show number 3. Feeling good about myself right now. I got a legend in the building. Man, I got a guy who dreams so big, Martin Luther King would be timid about it. That's how big this boy dream right
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, sir. Hometown, too.
That boy got plans right here.
Homegrown.
Hey, Mr. Dope Runner himself. Introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's me, Charlo Campbell, a.k.a. Hot Boy Low, a.k.a. Dope Runner Clothing CEO. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you brought me here. I've been watching you come up for a long time, and this is just only right. This is just how we got to do. We finna unite right now. Show the people how we rock.
Feel good, don't it?
Yeah, let's get to it.
It feel good, don't it?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, how can the people reach you?
Y'all can reach me everywhere. I'm gonna give y'all my clothing brand information first. It's gonna be at Dope Runner Clothing. That's at DOPERUNNA Clothing. That's everywhere. Just Google it. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok. Same thing for Hot Boy Low. That's my music page at HOTTBOYLO. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on everything. I'm following everybody back too. We're gonna have a follow party.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I ain't following nobody back.
You don't be following nobody back. I go back through there and delete some people. I do it sometime. I got to go back.
Clubhouse mentality. You follow me, I'll follow you back.
Yeah, that's how it is. You follow me, I follow you back.
Shouts out the Clubhouse.
Hey, the big stars, they be having like 5 million followers and they be following 3 people. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. I'm gonna at least follow 25 people. 25 people I know I got y'all. We locked in for life. You hear me?
That's what's up. Hey, y'all, we got a young legend in the making. I'm so glad to have him here. I had to go and throw on one of those throwbacks, man. I had a video shoot one time, and I hit bro up. I said, man, I need some clothes for the video. I ain't got no money.
I just pulled up on you. It's all good.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. It
good.
gets no realer than that.
I know, for sure, because like you say, you got to give people their flowers when they alive.
Exactly.
You know, I watch you come up. So when somebody hit me that I watch come up that do this every day, I couldn't be more excited to bring it to you. You hear me? Where y'all at? I'm finna pull up. I stayed for the video shoot and everything. I think I even shot some pictures for y'all. I wasn't even photographer at the time. I think I was just learning. So yeah, it's just because this how it's supposed to be. Where we come from, we got to show each other that, we got to show each other that love. We got to show each other that we can also come together and, support each other in everything that we got going on, whether it's music, entrepreneurship, you got your own brand, whatever it is, you ain't taking from each other when we get together. We just enhancing.
Yeah, we pouring into each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. And that's one thing that I really respect about you, man, is that your advertising and marketing game and your consistency is just 1,000.
Oh yeah, it's called learning social media. We all grew up in social media in the last 10 years, so I just been kind of getting familiar with it again. Soulja Boy been teaching me some things. He to go to social media, so I really learned a lot from just content, creating content. So all the artists out there, all the people that's interested into getting into any kind of industry and media, just create as much content as you can, because you never know where the content gonna end up at. You can wake up one morning and literally have 1 million views. Whole life will change. Monetize it. Now you getting paid from where you used to watch for free. Now you getting paid from it.
That's real, and that's one of the reasons I started the show. I was like, man, I can actually help people, and then get paid for it.
Yeah.
Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
Like, people make more money streaming than they do on their jobs?
Yeah. You got kids right now, 5, 6, 7 years old, 3, 4, and 5, making $20,000, $30,000 a month revenue in just YouTube videos alone, just adding, So to all the people out there that's in the industry, especially media, just create as much content as possible and make sure you monetize. Like, that's the big thing that I'm learning in the industry. It don't count if you don't monetize it, Real
talk.
So it's like in dominoes. If you don't count your points, I ain't giving them to you. I'm keep pushing. You know what I mean? That's how I go.
Boy, you keep it all the way authentic, man. I appreciate that.
Yes.
So let's. How did you come up with the Dope Runner brand?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. So I had this concept probably like in college. So it just was a concept. I didn't have nothing around it first. I just probably had the name. I think I just had the name Dope Runner. I didn't have the clothing. I just had the name Dope Runner. And I grew up in like sports, So, and I grew up in LA as well. So you put me in the sports and then you drop me off in LA at the fashion district and you combine the two, it's kind of like it's a no-brainer. What do I want to do? So like me coming from there, coming back to the South, here we like that fashion. Like fashion is a big thing in the South. You know what I mean? Everybody love drip. Like sauce, whatever you want to call it. When you come from the South, like you got to be saucy. You got to have that drip. That's just what it is. So what I did was I took a sport brand and combined it with the fashion, and we just turned it into a fitness fashion brand. That way you can go work out in it or you can go to the club in it. Whichever one you want to do. I feel like somebody asked me one day what's gonna make you different from the world. And I said that's gonna make me different because I know a lot of people who leave a club and go work out. I know a lot of people who just leave from their regular outing, out and about and go work out. So to be able to wear that in both situations, I think it was a bright idea.
Oh man, it's an amazing idea. I ain't gonna lie to you, being a project baby myself, you know, I was afraid of it at first because I was like, man, I ain't finna be telling on myself.
Yeah. You know what? And this the crazy story. Like, so my first year in business, I got the most flack for it. Like I had people all over the place. Like, what does it mean? And I got this lady. She actually is my attorney. She's from Malibu, California. She's 75-year-old Caucasian lady. She don't know nothing about the hood. She don't know nothing about the project. She don't know nothing about my culture, right? Yeah. And I went to her about just business advice. This same lady ended up being, on a trademark board for Nike 30 years ago. So she was a part of making sure Nike got to where they wanted to get to, wherever that was. So she gave me some advice, and she told me, she said, son, this is one of the brightest ideas I've heard in the last 30 years, because what you said, what I was going to expect, is something totally different. It's like the get you got you. What's going to make you stand out? What's people interested in? It's called controversy. And when you create controversy, it can go either way. Controversy can be good or it can be bad. And in my case, it's been good. It's been a real good thing. So we took a negative thing from our neighborhood and we turned it into a positive. Because now when you hear the word dope runner, you're going to think about fitness. You're going to think about fashion. You're going to think about sports. It's just... they took something from us and we taking it back.
Man,
that's what it is.
Say that.
They got a whole shoe out in the world called, we call them dope runners. We know what they is. Now I got my own shoe, the actual dope runner shoe.
Man,
you feel me? So we don't got the collar.
An amazing shoe, by the fact. I mean, just side note, if y'all hadn't seen the boy's shoes, man.
I got a shoe coming out this fall. So we don't have to go spend billions of dollars into that industry for that particular shoe, because that shoe makes a lot of money. Now we had a real thing, We just taking back what was ours. Yeah. We create the drip. So I think we should be able to profit from it.
That's a direct descendants of God, but that's a whole other story. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Hey, so here we go. You got this idea in your head. You in college, and you say, I'm gonna start a brand. It take money, because when I was in college, I didn't have any money. So I mean, how did you finance your first?
So let's be real. Everybody got one real player on their team, and mine was my girl. I had a lot of friends at the time that had some money in their pocket, and I asked all of them. I said, hey, y'all want to give me a couple of dollars to invest in this? I'll kick you back some on the back end. Let's talk a little percentage. And, at the end of the day, my mama always told me sometimes you're only going to have one real friend on your team, and my friend ended up being my girl. Shout out to Miss Kelsey Linnell as well.
Shout out.
Hey, like for real, people.
Sipping wine and eating berries.
Sometimes people take for granted that, but I had somebody that was willing to sacrifice whatever to say, hey, let's figure this out. And she ended up, going to school, getting a little check, how that go, and saying, baby, I'm going to bless you, and let's make the best of it. So we went from there. That's just the honest to God truth. So I tell people this: when you got people in your life that's willing to, or they got a great idea, sit down with them and listen to their idea, because it's people like Mark Zuckerberg and LeBron James who had big dreams. Growing up, they had big dreams, and they asked a few people around them to invest in their dream, and a few people who did, they well off forever.
Yeah, there's a lot of great angel investors out there. And while we're talking about investors, let's go ahead. Patreon. If you're into Patreon, if you don't have a Patreon account, log on, find Trapper the Rapper. I need all the support I can get. That's how we make this show go. Also, if you go and hit the like button, subscribe,
Yes.
thumbs up, that's how I get paid. Like button, subscribe, thumbs up, that's how I get paid. All
Y'all
right?
heard him. Like button, subscribe, thumbs up. That's how he get paid, and we trying to get my guy paid.
Yeah,
So
ring the bell.
ring the bell.
Like they say,
Turn
ring
them
the bell.
notifications
Yeah,
on.
turn them notifications on, man. That's how we get paid. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
You never know, because everything that you pour into me, I'm gonna pour back into the
Ah,
community.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I watched this guy pour into this community from ground up. So when he called me and said, "Let's do it," it was a no brainer. I'm pulling up what time where I need to be, and this just like you say, giving people their flowers while they alive. I want more people that look like me, or more people in the world in general, to start giving people their flowers while they alive. Because if you don't, it's probably gonna be too late, and then you're gonna look real sour when you're too late trying to do it. You know what I mean? You could have did it when the person was alive.
It'd be way more people at the funeral than at the concert.
Yeah, it do. But it's all right. They see us.
Yeah.
I realize people still watch the concert. They just watch it on TV, or they watch it on social
On
media.
live,
They watch it on live. People ain't pulling up no more. They ain't pulling up no more.
Yeah,
They
ain't
just gonna
pulling
watch
up.
it on live. Yeah, they know somebody going live from the concert.
Man, it's just to see, to watch you grow up, and to see how much value your brand has. First of all, it's just gonna when they try to buy you out, it's gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be a big number.
And it's gonna be a big
It's gonna be a
number.
big-
The
Nah, it's-
value,
man.
the value, because the brand is so embedded in the culture. And I
Yeah.
hadn't seen anything in the culture like this since I'm an old cat. So
Yes,
like
sir.
when FUBU came through with
Yes, sir.
cross colors, that's the brand that you have. Except for, I think you're doing it better at the level that you are now.
Yes, sir. I mean, shout out to them guys, because I inspired to be like them. I watched them.
Trust.
I watched Damon. I watched him closely. But one thing I did learn from him is I wanted to learn from his mistakes. I didn't care about his success. I wanted to learn, like, where did he mess up at? What was his downfalls? What was the hardship like? So when you learn from people's mistakes, sometimes your success could be a little bit easier, the route of success. So I know not to go do certain things, because he talked about it. He said, "Hey, young man, don't go do that."
Yeah, he all over social media. He
So-
everywhere.
so-
Every time I turn on my feed, Damon pop up and he talking. So yeah.
So we just need guys like that from our community that's done it at that level to keep giving us back that game. We really, even when I get older, I'm gonna make sure I instill that game back into the youth, because I wish that more of the adults instilled the game into me. If I known what I know now 5 or 10 years ago, we would have been where FUBU is. But you got to start somewhere. You got to learn. So I'm in a process of learning, and we create value by, I'm gonna be honest with you, create value with your fans, your followers, the people who really support you. That's where the true value is held at, right there, because without them people, you really can't accomplish anything.
Okay.
You really can't.
I came up in the game with marketing and promotions. That was always my specialty.
Okay.
I wanted to be branded. I was on all the polls. I wanted to be, that cat that they saw that they was gonna go check it out. Because once you got to the product, the product was gonna stand up with anybody's product.
Right.
That's one thing about you, man. I always see you promoting. I always see you marketing. I always see you pushing. You care about the quality of content that you put out. What's representing your brand.
Right. And that's just because the blueprint has already been set. If you just follow the blueprint, you look at the bigger companies. See, I take in pride into looking at the Fortune 500 companies. I'm not into competing locally. I'm not into trying to compete with my people. I'm into trying to actually help us get to the Forbes, right? When we get to that list, that means we well off and we doing something right. And it's because I learned propaganda at an early age. I grew up in California, so that's the biggest marketing advertising city outside of New York that you could possibly live in. When you go out there, you see, like you said, all those signs, all those billboards. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a big market scheme and I'm bringing it to a smaller market, and it's called, like, trying to see if we can dominate that market the same way. It's a lot into advertising, but I'm gonna tell people, social media it's the key because you can touch
Equalize.
10 million people in 30 minutes. Literally, you can, if you got a good budget, you can touch 10 million people in 30 minutes. When in reality and locally, you can probably only touch 20, 30,000 people. So that's where the advertisement and the marketing schemes come from. Just being out there in California, watching all those movie theater posters be everywhere, watching just how they, just they call it that groundwork. It's still something into the groundwork that you got to put in when you pushing a brand, and that's just one of the keys to it.
Yeah, you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
No, you don't.
And it's already, the wheel has been invented. Come up with something new. Follow that. I mean, I always say that AutoZone has never made a car.
Right. Never made a car.
There's always a supporting business that you can make money off of.
Right.
And at the same time, I always say, why, like you say, why make the mistakes that somebody else made? They already made those mistakes.
They already made the mistake. We try to compete. We like you said, we try to make our own wheel. And it's like your dad when you a kid or your mom telling you like, son, I done did that before. I'm trying to tell you, son, I done did that before, right? So sometimes in business, why would you not? If Warren Buffett showed me he can make $60 billion, I'm going to look at the way he did it. It's called inspire.
Exactly. Because $60,000 a year sounds like a lot of money until you make $60,000 in a day.
Right. Or 60,000 in 10 minutes.
That part.
You got people doing that now. You got people doing right now. They got a good product. You was just talking about why marketing and advertising is so important, because when you do finally get that product that everybody loves and it sells out in 10 minutes, you might make 60,000. I watch people become millionaires overnight, literally.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I got you on the show, bro. I mean, what you pouring into us right now is amazing. My audience, we appreciate it, because to hear what you're saying, the hunger, and it's standing on facts. It's not like you making this up. It's like you got the blueprint and you stand on it. You have a global brand. You have the internet. What you have is better than what most people are producing out there.
Oh yeah, it's just about quality. I pride myself in quality control. Like even now, I pull back. Like a lot of people be like, man, you sold out a lot. That's just because we're doing quality control. It's like in and out. They only gonna sell a certain amount of burgers a day. They not gonna franchise their business out to a lot of people. It's just a lot. It's just you got to watch what people already doing. It's like you said, instead of go back to stop trying to recreate the wheel and just watch the wheel, because when that company or a company like that gets bossed out, there's billions of dollars involved. Why? Because it's called leverage. Somebody taught me that this lady named Wendy Day. She's a big musician head. Like I think she got like Master P and like Cash Money, they record deal back in the Gap. And I was
Shouts out to Wendy.
Shout out to Miss Day. I had a chance to meet her when I was a kid. I don't even know if she remember, but she was just like in the studio with me and Crazy Bone, and she was just like talking about the industry and what's made up in the industry and how the industry worked. And one thing she taught me, and it's just always stuck with me, was leverage. The more leverage you have, the more money they have to pay, right? So I tell all my people that's like doing what I'm doing, like, yo, stop. It's a new day and time. Stop selling your merchandise out the trunk so much. Go online and sell it so we can track it. And then when that big company come to you and say, look, well, we'll give you $1 million per 1,500 customers you got. You don't got no way to show them your customer and your analytics, then how you going to get your money? You see what I'm saying? So it's just about growth, just learning business, learning what it can do for you in the future. It don't come overnight. It don't come tomorrow. For some people, it do. It's like a 1 in a million shot for some people. But for the most part, it don't. You just got to grind for it. You build that solid foundation, and you'll be out in the long run.
Okay, so check this out. I'm new to the game. I just got one of them little printing presses. I'm pressing up my own shirts at the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Is that how you started?
That's how I started. I started I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Like, I literally was in the shower. I had a dream one night. My cousin was talking to me, he deceased, and he was like, man, you got to start the clothing line. Because that's something we had talked about in college. He's like, you just got to start it. Like, I'm tripping, though. Like, you know what I mean? I'm tripping. I'm like, I'm tripping. He like, in a dream, you got to start. I woke up I'm taking a shower. My girl literally in there brushing her teeth, doing her hair. She doing something. I'm like, yo, I'm about to start a clothing line. You know what I mean? And then she said, what? I said, no, I'm about to start a clothing line for real, for real. This is what I'm finna call it. At first, I just had Dope Runner Inc. I didn't have nothing else. I didn't have no logo. I just said, this name been with me since I've been in college. Let me see if I can rock with this name. So I asked like 10 people on Facebook what they thought. And 8 people said they didn't like the name. Only 2 people said they liked the name. And that's the reason I did it.
Really?
That's the reason that made me want to do it, because 8 people said they didn't like. I did like a poll. 8 people said they didn't like the name. They was like, what you talking about, selling dope or something? Like, everybody kept giving me that feedback. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it now.
Exactly like I was.
It just going to make me do it now because I go against the grain. I don't like yes a lot. I like the no's, because the no's mean that them people interested.
Yeah, they turn to yeses.
Yeah, they turn to
You
yeses.
know, I did write the book, Direct Marketing, How to Reach Millions. And it all came from exactly what you're saying, from a dream. Mm-hmm. You have a dream, and you got to listen to your inner being. You got to listen to your inner self, because that's where all the money is.
All that energy real. When that energy starts speaking to you, you better speak back to it and keep it pushing, into the right direction. But the dream was vivid. It actually, like this was one of them dreams where people say, how people say, man, I woke up too quick. This was one of them dreams. I didn't wake up too quick. God,
got all the game.
He gave it to me step by step. This how you do it. But the one thing that I got out of that whole dream, this real, was it wouldn't work if I didn't give back. He told me in the dream, if I didn't give to the community, if I didn't give back to somebody, it wouldn't grow. It just was one of them things, like step by step. We get the clothing brand started. All right, I went to Walmart. At this time, I ain't even have no press, big bro. You could get the little earn-on letters at Walmart. Like, real talk. They come single. They like 97 cents. You can get them single. I said, all right, Dope Runner. I didn't even spell it right. I spelled it DOPERUNA. And then I said, man, something off. It ain't enough words. I was reading a book about marketing one time, and it was like, most things with this amount of letters or this color or this meaning can help your business grow. Like red make you hungry.
Yeah.
People don't know why all the restaurants put red in their logo, because it makes it perfect marketing and advertising. So it was literally reading one. I'm like, I need another letter. So I talked to my friend. I'm like, what you think? He was like, Runa. I was like, you right. It's missing another N. So now we, instead of saying runner, we use runner. And I actually trademarked the name Runner. So now I got the whole word Dope Runner and the word runner as a phrase, because it had never been done before. It's like it's like a play on words. Back in the 90s, they had the Road Runner. Now we got the new Dope Runner. You got it?
Oh, that's hard.
Yes,
that's
sir.
hard.
Yes, sir.
And like you were saying, controversy gonna always sell.
Our controversy said controversy got us one of the biggest presidents in the world. I'm just gonna be real. Controversy got us. He got him elected one of the biggest presidents in the world, just because controversy sells.
Controversy sells.
Man, controversy sells. Y'all don't think them little tabloid magazines I pick up one every time I go in the grocery store. I don't care. I couldn't have looked at anything in a grocery store, but when I'm in a checkout line, I'm gonna pick up a tabloid because I want to read about all the messy stuff going on. Go on Facebook. You just put out a post. Negative for some odd reason on social media a lot of times outweigh the positive. I watch fights get millions of views, and then I watch Bible verses get 100.
That's real.
That's
real. So you started with the letters. You obviously started selling shirts because I started seeing them everywhere.
Yeah, I did.
Did you ever get to that big press thing?
I did. I did that, and to be honest with you, I'm still in the game like that. People don't know that. I just enjoy it. So I can contract screen printers out. Sometimes I like get my hands dirty. So a lot of times, a lot of their pieces just come from me. I'm in there doing the hard work, the sweat, the blood, and the tears, because it keep me grounded, and it put me in a place to never forget where I came from, right? It's easy to go do something now because, of course, financially, I'm in a different place. So it's easy to go hire everybody in the world to do the job that you love to do. So I said I didn't want to ever be like that. I always wanted to make sure that I knew where I came from. So me hitting the assembly line, I'm still doing that today. I got my press. I literally pressed this shirt before I came just to make sure it was one wrinkle.
Wee.
So that's just what it is. You know, it be sometimes where the screen print people may not be on, like, they might not be talking the time frame I need. And I know I can hop up in there and press up 100 shirts real quick. I'm going to go in there and be like, hey, man, I'm going to be in here for about a week.
Ooh, that's a tough job.
I'm going to be in here for about a week.
Hey,
but
shouts out to everybody selling shirts, man, out there grinding and putting them stickers on there. And boy, I got a guy owe me a bunch of money. And and I won't even go down there and get it, because if I go down there, I'm working back on the shirts trying to get my money back.
Right,
it is so much work. I'm like, man, I'm gonna let that money sit there a little longer.
Yeah.
Because that's a real job.
It's a lot of work. No, but I figured the process out. I don't press as much because I've started to create a team. Everybody needs a team.
Facts.
I don't see nobody doing it by themselves in the real world. People that's making it for real, I don't see nobody by themselves. We need a team now, so I'm creating a team around me. So I got people like my godmom, you know, who came in and helped me start doing a lot of shipping and handling. I got my guy doing graphics for me now. Now I got a camera guy. So I'm starting to build a team around me, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to make it to where you're trying to make it. And if I got to sit in my room under that 200 and 350 degree press for a week and get y'all customers, y'all gear out there, I got to do that. That's what I'm going to do.
Young entrepreneurs, you got to duplicate yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You got to duplicate yourself. And if everything that you make is built on what you're doing, then you don't have a business. You own your job.
Now you own your job.
Yeah, you want to own a business and not just own your job. So yeah, you got to. So.
Yeah, we got to stop working. We got to stop working so hard to continue to work. See, that's what we do in our community. A lot of times we work hard to continue to work. You got to enjoy your fruits of your labor. That's something that I've been doing this last couple months. Literally, I took a hiatus from the world because I've been going hard for 3 years, like nonstop. Every 25, 30 minutes, I'm here, I'm there, I'm posting, I'm trying to get my brand out there. So I finally took a hiatus just to clear my mind, and I've learned in them few months I've learned it's just easier when you got a team. What they call it, the dream team. They created the dream team for a reason. Jordan was the best player in the whole league, but he still needed a team around him to get to where he was trying to get to, no matter how good you is. It ain't about that. It's about can you, what makes you better is can you give some of that goodness to everybody else around you. You got to make everybody else great.
Okay. So check this out. Some people sell shirts. A lot of you guys where you at right now, y'all selling shirts. This man got hats. He got shirts. He got pants. He got swimsuits. He got bathing suits. The ladies that run the boutiques wear his clothes. That's saying something. The ladies that own the boutiques wear his clothes. I think because secretly every woman is selling drugs in a cubicle at their job at work. And that's facts. Does every woman think that they a ghost from Power?
You know what though? Your dope can be anything. Your dope can be them lashes. Your dope can be them shoes that you're reselling. Your dope can be that hair you got, them bundles. That dope can be them new purses that you just got off of eBay. Your dope can be anything. See, what we got to realize is we create our own dope. Dope don't got to be a bad thing. We create our own dope. It's like this with me. Where I come from, a lot of people don't have a dream. They don't know what it is to dream. A lot of them never been outside of the city that they live in.
Facts.
Right? So we just have to learn how to start taking chances. And I start taking chances on myself versus, and there's no shade to the people working 9 to 5s because I did that for years. But then I worked a 9 to 5 and said, okay, I want to do something else part-time that I love to do, that I want to do. I'm giving these people all my time. And then I found my niche. And I encourage everybody. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. It's not for everybody. But still find your niche. Find what makes you happy so you can find that balance. It's about creating that balance in life. You work hard and then you still got to go play hard too.
Man, this boy full of knowledge. Man, can I ask you how old you are?
I'm 30. I'm young. I'm young 30. I'm 30. I just turned 30 a couple months ago. And it's been a beautiful feeling because I'm growing. Like, I don't think how it was when I was 20, right? We got some 30-year-olds who think like they was when they was 20, and I'm 30, and I think like a 30-year-old.
And see, here's my thing. A lot of people follow sports. They can name everybody on the basketball team or the baseball team.
Right.
Me, I follow billionaires.
Me too.
I can tell by the conversation.
I follow Gary V, Warren Buffett, let's see, Damon John, let's see, Mark Cuban. I'm going to throw out a couple names. Of course, Oprah. Of course, my favorite, Jay-Z, just because he's from my culture.
Yeah.
And I watched, somebody told me one time, like, how you going to sell clothes and rap? And I said, well, Jay-Z did it, so I'm going to do it too.
Nelly did it. Puffy did it.
Nobody did it like
Rihanna killing it.
Rihanna killing the game.
Shouts out to Riri.
We gotta stop limiting ourselves. We gotta stop limiting our crafts. Like, I got a lot of talent, so I be trying to place a seed in all my different little talents that I got to see if they'll grow. And that's just, like you said, when you marketing and advertising, just put your stuff on as much stuff as possible, everything. So I think that's what got a lot of the people in the town rocking with me too, because they see it everywhere. It can be placed everywhere. I can put it on the bumper sticker. I can put it on the back of your T-shirt. I can put it on the bottom of your shoe. I can put it anywhere I want to, and people will still see it. So I think that's just, how we need to, start when we get a brand, advertising, marketing ourselves more to the world so they see us.
Yeah, you got a brand. And I mean, a lot of people make a lot of good stuff that they don't put out. They don't push and promote.
Yeah, you got to promote yourself.
And I say this in every interview, and y'all probably sick of me saying it. Walmart, McDonald's, Amazon, Coca-Cola, they advertise every day.
Oh yeah, every day and you don't need that budget. See that's my trick. I learned this from Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky. People don't know he's a
Ricky.
People don't know he's a multi-millionaire from nothing dealing with music. That's where we know him from, but he also owns a marketing firm that's one of the biggest marketing firms in the world on social media, and I think it's like cap value around like $1 billion now. I think I just was reading about it. So his payout was around 15, 20 million from what he owned, and I learned from his marketing scheme that if you don't have the financial means of like running ads like big companies, what you do is you spam the algorithm. So you basically create a fan base, a group of followers who will listen to you. They'll follow you. They'll do things that you ask them to do just because they genuinely want to see you win. And that's how we trick the algorithm. I get 100, 200 of my friends to go like my post, share my post, love on me. And if you can't love on me, then what we doing? You know what I mean? Because I want to love on everybody. And I get that same support back in return in the community. So I think that's kind of like what made me different here, because people was like, all right, it's not just about him. I want to see everybody win. If I make it to the top, I'm shouting out all the businesses in Arkansas. Hey, when you come to Little Rock, you got to go here, you got to go there. We got to, you see, this how we got to be with ourselves.
Yeah, people have a scarcity mentality, and they feel like if you get it, then it won't be enough left for me.
I know, it's enough for everybody.
It's enough. They print this money every day.
Oh, yeah, they keep printing money.
And when they get tired, they print some more.
It's 16 different soda pops out there, and ain't nobody never complain.
They ain't fighting each other in the street.
Nope.
They ain't shooting each other.
Nope. We just keep going buying the soda pops. They owned by different companies, and it's 16 different types. So we just gotta have that mentality too. And I especially in our culture, we definitely gotta say, hey, togetherness gonna always help us win, because we got to be together. We got so many people against us. We got to be together.
It's strength in numbers.
It's strength in numbers, and anywhere you go.
And I say this all the time. If people hate you and you don't know why they hate you, it's because they know more about you than you know about yourself.
Right.
Take it for what it is.
Right.
Take it for what it is.
Right.
So right now we got a true master of his craft. He's right there to where his evaluation numbers are gonna be stupid.
Oh yeah. My lawyer told me like a couple weeks ago, like where we at right now, and it's some good numbers, and I just want to keep building. I got a lot of offers out there. I just told her, like, let's keep building, because that's what it's about. I know what big companies took to build. I know how much it took to build them companies, and then I know when they decide to go in the big world, they call it public, or when you want to sit down with investors. But right now, I just feel like as long as my community keep investing in me, I'll be fine, because it just make what I'm doing bigger and make it where I can invest more. It's just, that's how we got to be. If you give back into any community that you come from, like you said, them strength in numbers, that's where them strength in numbers start coming from right there. Because you're going to have people behind you. They're going to go to war for you. Everybody. No matter where you at, you could be 1,000,000 miles away from home. If you sow that seed back in your community, then people going to always love you. The real people, they're going to love you. You're going to have a couple people that, I ain't going to rock with you, bro. But for the most part, majority of people gonna love you.
Yeah, but anybody not rocking with you don't know you.
Yeah, they don't know you. They want to know you. I learned that a lot of times when people don't like you, they wanna like you. They just don't know how to like approach you and say, bro, I wanna like you, but I don't like you because I don't know why I don't like you, but I wanna like you.
And they've been hating on you so long, they don't want to say
They
sorry.
don't want to say, but
That's just hurt to say, man, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
As a man, I've been learning about ego. Sometimes I be sorry. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm one of them guys. I'm a real alpha male, so I be like I'm a hold off as long as possible. But then, especially when it comes to my woman, like I got probably about a good couple hours that I be like, I messed up. I'm tripping. You know what I mean? Cause it's just that first initial. A lot of people don't like to say they sorry. Yeah. That's just what it is. I agree.
It don't taste that good.
Nah, it don't taste that good, cause
especially when you see somebody out working and pushing and promoting and hadn't done anything wrong to you.
Right.
They just out trying to feed their family or take care of their kids.
Stop. What they call it? Stop telling people on stop pushing that. Report me on Facebook. If y'all don't, start report me. Y'all hear me? Y'all always report my page. I be tagging everybody, but see, this is my. And I learned this from Gary V. And I love Gary V because he raw when he uncut. He said, tag all your friends and see who supports you. And who don't support you, they probably not your friend. And I learned that from him. So a lot of time I be tagging people. Now they starting to report me a little bit because we got a couple haters out there. But I tag people sometimes just to see who genuinely support me, because on social media, I'm real close with my followers. Like, we really be talking about things. So I don't want just random people invited into the conversation that's not invited, you know. If you ain't in tune to what I'm doing, I don't think you should be in that conversation. That's for the people that's rocking with me.
Oh, man, I know exactly what you're saying. I got this group on there, Arkansas Legends.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love the group. Big bro ain't never denied now one of my posts in the group ever, because I try to put things in your group that's just gonna inspire the next kid. My mama told me, baby, you ain't gonna touch these grown folks a lot of times. Some of them you will get to some of them, but for the most part, do it for that young kid out there that need that game, that just need to see somebody that look like him or come from where he come from, make it to where exactly where you trying to get to. And that's why I do it too. So I appreciate you. And that group growing, you're gonna have 1 million followers in a minute.
Man, but the good thing about it is, you know, because I cut people out.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
It's not.
And people say, well, why is it not a public group? Because it's not, because we had so much stuff that needed to be fixed within us.
Right.
That I felt like that group was necessary.
Right.
And since we started that group, look how many people started getting signed out of here.
Oh yeah.
Because people, you can be hot, man, and people not know who you are.
Right.
But I'm saying, hey, dude, hot.
Right. And that's something that, you know, we have to change here. Me and you, we got to get together. I got the big people behind me now. Like the people in the city that really, really matter, that can really say, all right, let's change some things. I got them. So it's like all of just getting together, sitting down at that round table and seeing what need to be fixed, because I've always been a firm believer in the more we support each other in this city. Like, I'm literally trying to get us to the QCs of the world. Like, because we need that. We need that revenue. If not nothing else, we need that revenue.
Boy, that's
our baby, man,
revenue.
We need that revenue. Our baby's hungry.
Exactly.
It ain't, sometimes I be trying to tell people a lot of time, like, man, I look at these rappers, I be like, dang, They making 50 million, 60 million. Look how many people they can feed. I don't got that malice in my heart like, I'ma hate them for. I'm like, look how many people they can feed.
One rapper feed 100 families. I've been saying
see
that
what I'm
forever.
saying?
So if you sign 10 rappers in the city, what these 10 rappers gonna wear? They gonna wear a dope runner.
Yeah.
They gonna have their events. I'm gonna show up with the photo booth company.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show up with the
Yeah.
cameras. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody, my man Will that was here for his show, he gonna show up and he gonna cater the event.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's enough money for everybody.
Everybody. It's one of them things though. I'm telling you, I've been watching the turnaround. I've been watching it. And it's just because now we got a little voice. We got a small little voice out there. We never had a voice in this city for real, for real. Nobody never took us serious for real because of the lack of support amongst each other. But now, when you put people like me and you together and all the other wonderful guests, I'm pretty sure you're going to have on the show.
Everybody start looking. Yeah,
everybody start looking and everybody start coming together. And I'm going to share his post. I'm going to share his post. And I'm going to share her post. And man, look, we can't be stopped.
Iron sharpen iron, baby.
We can't be stopped.
Iron sharpen iron.
I'm telling you, I be telling people all the time, teamwork make the dream work.
Teamwork
If
make
one
the
rapper
dream work.
feed 100 families, 10 rappers feed 1,000 families.
Now you're talking.
You feel me?
So everybody eat.
Everybody eat.
The grocery stores make more money. The car dealers make more money.
Jewelry store.
The good fellas, they gonna cut more hair.
Yeah. Everybody happy.
Hollywood Tanya gonna sell
more
hair.
bundles.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Shout
the
out to
makeup
my
lady gonna make more money.
man. Shout out to my sis too. And I'm glad you spoke her name up. It's just that energy. Tanya, Miss Tanya. I call her Miss Tanya, Miss Hollywood Tanya. I call her my big sis because when I first started this brand, she was the staple in my city. She had the biggest following. Nobody was rocking with me, and she literally took me and was like, "I got you, little bro."
That's what's up.
And from then on, we've been locked in, and we're gonna be locked in for life because she took a chance with me. Like her customers wasn't in tune with nothing that I had going on. She sell hair. She don't sell clothes, right? Her customers could have said, "What is you doing, Miss Tanya? We don't want this. We want to see hair," right? But she took that chance on me, and for a couple weeks, she just promoted me, promoted my name. Y'all follow my little brother, and it just was on GP. You know what I mean? Just on GP. So that was a real big thing in the beginning of me creating Dope Runner Clothing. I just needed her. At the time, I didn't know I needed her. I am. I'm getting 7 likes, big bro. Literally, I'm posting every day. I'm getting 10 likes. I'm like, all right, they going up. It went to 12. All right, it went to 25 this week. Tanya, she posted my on my page one day. I woke up, I had like 1,000 likes. I was like,
It's that influence.
It's that influence. I said, man, so every chance I get, I try to give her flowers, and I'm so proud of what she got going on in this city. Just the platform she set for these young ladies here.
Yeah, influence is gonna influence, and Tanya's a beautiful person inside and out.
Oh, yeah.
And when you fair, I mean, you know, everybody gonna have their controversy. People come at you because you're doing great things.
You're doing great things.
If ain't nobody coming at you, you ain't doing enough.
My girl always tell me, baby, go to Kim Kardashian page and go into her comments.
See the hate.
Just go into her comments, and then that should remind you right there. You don't matter. You ain't. You don't matter. These people don't care about none of that. Man. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna honestly tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it is, though. I'm gonna honestly tell you. I learned social media, so a lot of those people on social media, they're voiceless. The people that's like that, they're voiceless. They don't have a voice. They never had a voice. They couldn't talk in class. A lot of them was bullied, maybe, right? A lot of those people couldn't show their face outside of school. You couldn't go to the cool parties. You wasn't invited to the bowling alley with all the cool kids. You didn't sit at the jock table, right? So now these people finally get a voice because we can't see them. Only thing we can see is what they say.
Internet buzz.
So that's what I like to call them. So I try not to even, like I'm learning. I used to be like, man, I'm finna go with everybody. Then one day my girl said, boy, if you go with everybody, you're gonna be tired. She said,
drain all your energy.
See, but I'm gonna take the Beyonce approach when I make it to a certain level. I'm just gonna cut my comments off. I'm gonna be smart about it. I'm just gonna cut my comments off, big bro. I'm gonna cut because I feel like
it ain't gonna be long, bro.
I feel like
go click that button now, brother. Bro, you gonna have $1 billion before. Boy, I'm glad you my friend. That's
Man,
all I'm saying.
man, you might be locked in for life.
Hey, when I was in the projects, all I wanted was $1 million. That's why I hang with millionaires.
Nah, for real.
Eventually, one of my partners gonna bless me, man.
For real.
I'm gonna put the work in, but they ain't gonna have to do a lot.
That's how it
You know
go.
what I'm saying? If you want to be a millionaire, hang out with Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
He ain't got to listen to my music. I'm going to sell everybody on Russell Simmons. I'm going to make my money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a hustle.
That's just a hustle.
That's just a hustle.
I just said, I put out a post on Facebook today. I said, you don't got to be a leader to make money. I still to this day, I wish some of the people that I asked to invest in me invested into me, because it wasn't never about the money. It was always about seeing how many lives we can change or impact. So with me, it's more like now I know the game. I can teach the game to some people that's willing to listen to the game. My girl be like, you can lead people to the water, baby, but you can't. They ain't gonna drink it all the time. You know what I mean? So like you said, just being around millionaires, I try to put my friends on that same mentality. Like, yo, bro, instead of going to buy them Jordans every week, invest into Nike on the stock market, and then double, triple your money up real quick, and then go buy the Jordans, and then you still got the money that you can play with, and then you still got the money invested into the stock market.
Because Nike paying you.
You see how they go? They pay dividends.
They got the dividend.
They pay dividends. You know a little bit about what I know about. See, this is what a lot of rappers need to start coming to the table to tell us in the youth about investing. I don't want to know about the $1 million chains you got. I don't want to know about the bad car deal you made. I don't want to know about that. I want to know about what you invested in, how you making residual income. Like, residual income is the best income because you can be asleep still making money.
Show us the money tree.
Right.
Show us the money tree. When I was growing up, my mother, boy, money don't grow on trees.
Right.
But money do grow on trees if you plant the right seeds.
Money do. Hey, my mama didn't never tell me that. She said, baby, money grow from trees. You just go chop your tree down and go purchase some money. That's how they do it. You got to have that. It's however your mentality is, though. It's just everybody mentality a little different. So, you know, I'm a be real. When I was growing up, bro, I never cared about money. Now I don't care about money now, but I care about what money can do for me, and I care about what money can do for the people around me. Cause just seeing if it's even that smile on a neighbor's door when they ain't got nothing for the holidays, and I knock on it, be like, man, my girl fixed food, and we had more than enough this year. Want to bless you with this. Just that's enough for me. If I wasn't financially stable, I couldn't did that. You know what I mean? So we got to stop tricking ourselves in our mind and say, oh, money not everything. No, money is everything. You need money to survive. It's called the what they say, the laws of the land. You know how they tell us to follow the laws of the land? Mm-hmm. Well, this one of the laws of the land. You will work for what you will work to eat.
That's it. And as far as where we're going to get our financial literacy from, there's so many other places to look for it from rappers. Being a rapper from 40 years, you can check my track record, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying there's other people like Wall Street Trapper.
Right.
You follow, bro?
I follow Wall Street Trapper. I follow it's some more guys who do that.
What's the 300?
What's the guy name I'm always? It's your boy. What's how I always? What's up, YouTube? What's my guy name? I watch this guy every day and I can't think. Anyway, he's a big YouTube stock trader. My guy Matthew Kinley from YouTube. He's big on cryptocurrency right now.
Gotcha.
Like
everybody should be big on cryptocurrency
like he posted crypto every 20 minutes. Like literally, I'm pretty sure if you type in Doggy Coin, his face gonna pop up on every video because he posts that much. But I'm starting to look at people like that now more. Like, I'm getting more into that world, like of the actual, like you said, Vlad stocks. Vlad got a stock, and I follow it just for our sake. Like, we need this information, right?
You better get it.
Vlad got Vlad stocks, and you can just check out his stock page, and he give out some great information, and it be up-to-date information, because a lot of people like to give us the information when it's too late.
Yeah.
See, I like him because he updated every hour on the hour. So if he finna make a big trade, he finna tell us about the trade he finna make before the trade actually go through. See, in trading, you can be too late, you know.
And that's why I like Clubhouse, you know.
Yeah.
They got so many rooms where you can get in there and learn.
And learn. Just
And
learn.
learn. So that's why I like Clubhouse. I mean, I don't like being on the phone all day. That's kind of ridiculous to me. But I like the fact that you can get in there and learn. And you pay what you weigh. You get what you pay for sometimes. So.
I treated Clubhouse like I started treating it like a podcast. What I started doing with Clubhouse, instead of being, because you can get addictive to something like that. You want to be on there all day. What I started doing, like I like podcasting, that just reminds me of an all audio podcast. So I'll get on and sometimes just listen to the information versus trying to interact, and get on stages and interact with people. I just listen to the information because I know what sound good and what don't.
Yeah. Speaking of stages, I appreciate you sharing this stage with me today, man.
Oh, yes, sir.
You poured into me a lot, man. Just sitting here listening to you, man. I was like, man, you need to get your own podcast, bro. And just because, boy, you got something going, man. It's heavy. It's all over you. It's all around you. And it's undeniable. And far as championships go, everybody can't be Michael Jordan. But you think Steve Kerr mad because he wasn't Michael Jordan?
Nah, Steve Kerr wasn't mad because he still won a ring.
He a champion.
He can still do this at the end of the day. See,
Yeah.
It ain't about leading. It ain't everybody not built to lead. I learned that. My mama used to tell me that all the time, baby. Everybody not built to lead. Some you got leaders and then you got followers and then you got people who figure it out on their own. You know what I mean? I'm just one of them guys who figured it out on his own because I don't want to be a leader. I just want to set a staple into my community just to give hope, some kind of hope. Because where I come from, my people don't have no hope. I'm from the bottom, the slums, the trenches. We jump over barbed wire fence to get away from the police for real. So, like, when you come from that, you just want hope from your people. I've been down so much, you don't even want to hear the word down no more. That's just where I come from. So, I think what I'm doing in the community is just trying to set a different narrative.
And far as the struggle go, I say all the time, I'm the Michael Phelps of the Struggle Olympics, so don't try to outpour me because, boy, we done been through some hard times.
Oh, yeah.
So with that being said, man, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? And I know this is going to be big. I'm waiting on this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always tell people I build companies to sell them. So, of course, I'm trying to build this company so we can, get it to the highest bidder so I can go on to the next thing. That's what I believe in. I learned that from Warren Buffett. I just want to build my company to $1 billion company, couple $1 billion company, and then I want to set my family up for life, and then I want to go on to the next thing because I got so many talents. With me right now, I fell in love with music first. Fashion, I tell people all the time, I fell in love with music first and fashion just happened. I had no interest in fashion. Fashion is just really one of them things that I said I'm going to try because I was around it for so long. And sometimes you don't know your purpose because through fashion, I've been able to help so many people. I created a boot camp through my fashion line, right? I said, all right, we got a fitness line. Let's create a fitness boot camp and let's see how that goes. And for the last year, I've been doing it for 14 months. I've been blessed with 30 members a month, right? So there's 30 people from my community every month. I think we probably seen, probably 300 people in the last year, 300 different people in my community that I didn't help them at least change their mentality when it comes to fitness and health or actually help people lose weight. My biggest loser out of my boot camp is 70 pounds. I got people that have lost anywhere from 10 pounds up to 70 pounds. We talking about old, young, white, black, green, purple. It don't matter. If you're from my community, I want to see you win. And this just was one of my things. This is my philanthropy work. This is the work that I've always wanted to attach to my company because this is what God said I had to do. He said, if you want to be successful and if I'm going to allow you to be successful, you have to give back. You have to make sure that you give back in the same way that I give to you. So it'll be unfair of me for God to bless me with all these beautiful people to rock with me and then for me to just give back to one person. So I believe in just giving back to a group of people. And that was one of my things, just helping people live longer. Just showing them this a different way.
I have no doubt in my mind you're going to be one of the greatest angel investors that this world has ever seen, man.
Oh, yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad you got a chance to come through, man. It's nothing like a man that say he going to do something and get out and do it. That's just the realest thing in the world to me.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for coming onto this stage.
I appreciate you for having this platform. People don't understand what we need this. Like in music, how you need your DJ, and in this world that we be coming in, we need this right now, where two brothers can come together, have a real conversation, a real authentic conversation, no bias, and then also point to each other knowledge, the wisdom, and then just give it the game to the outside world, because there's a lot of people who may want to get into podcasting. It's a lot of people who may want to get into fashion. It's a lot of people who may want to get into the music industry. And I'm pretty sure throughout all the different people you allow on the platform, they'll be able to learn so much information that they didn't know. You know what I mean? So I got to, like I said, appreciate you for just giving us the platform, especially in this town. Like I've been telling people for like years. I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Los Angeles. I stayed here sometime, but like I used to be like, boy, if Lil Rocky, if they come together, boy, they gonna be the biggest force to reckon with, because we don't sound like nobody. We don't look like nobody. We are our own selves. You know what I mean? So I just want to encourage everybody out there in the world, especially if you local, y'all tap in with my guy and make sure you get on the platform. If you ain't on the platform, if you need to learn how to get on the platform, I'm pretty sure he gonna drop all the jewels at the end. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to this YouTube too, because like he said at the beginning, I'm a firm believer. This how he get paid, and I want to see my brother have $1 million. So we gonna make sure he get paid. Y'all got to ring that little bell, hit that notification button,
and subscribe, baby, and subscribe. We're gonna
Yes,
keep on
sir.
bringing you great content from super dope entrepreneurs that have already done it. They in the mix right now. They getting their hands dirty, and they on the verge. Some of them that already did it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. You have to reach millions. You have to reach millions. You want to be a millionaire? You got to reach millions. It's just that simple.
If 1 million people spend $1 with you, you a millionaire. Just the game right there.
Real simple.
Real simple.
All right. So with that being said, man, y'all have a great week. You want to leave something for them?
Oh, yes, sir. I just want to tell everybody out there in the world, y'all keep grinding. Dream big. That's something that my mama and my granny always instilled in me. They always told me to make sure I dream big. A dream can come reality if you put the work in. Don't just dream. Actually go out there and put some effort into what you're trying to dream about. Because when you put that little effort in, that small effort can go a long way. And also, I want to tell people to continue to love each other. That's something that I think we lack in the world right now. It's just that lack of love for each other. So, like, if you around people, be humble, be courteous, be genuine, and just love people. And I think y'all should just follow me everywhere on social media at Dope Runner Clothing, at Hot Boy Low, and we gonna follow y'all back. I promise I'm following everybody back for the next month, big bro. I'm following everybody back.
That's what's happening. All right. Hey, so thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to drop something for the Patreon supporters right now, but I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for subscribing, and I'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
It's the rapper, baby.
It's the rapper, baby.